Monday, Tuesday, because our AC out of the back.
Leaving behind a threadbare heart, a full of tears I wasn't afraid to cry, and laughter reverberating on the walls of every place I dared to call home. In the end, what if heaven and hell is somewhere to wind up? But the pieces of us others carry with them. I want to scatter fragments of paradise on every surface my foot has landed, with one hand holding daring, the other authenticity, skydiving in tandem with no parachute, letting the wind carry me where it wills. I want to live my life unconcerned with what it's supposed to be, ecstatic for what it is, never losing my sense of wonder, always wandering wherever the road takes me, looking back on my crooked path, assured in the knowledge that I lived. I truly lived. Thank you.
What is thanks. I know your face is doubtful because just staring at me, you can already tell like I'm like an 80s bottom. I get you. I understand yeah. Right? You can see it. He put on his glasses like, oh yes, quite. That is a bottom, of course, yes. Well, wonderful. Are we ready to keep the show going for everyone? There we go. Okay, give it up to your next performer. It is Mo Perilla.
Hopefully this works. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So my name is Mo. I'm an advocate, a poet, newly crowned the Champion of Pride Scholar. And I talk about tough things, and then I laugh, and then I talk about tough things, and then I go have a beer, and then I talk about tough things, and I maybe go shopping. So that's kind of how my poetry works. We're gonna talk about tough things, we're gonna have a little fun. Are y'all ready to do that with me? Okay, good. All right. So let's get right into it. I opened my phone the other day, and the name O'Shea Sibley came across my Instagram, and I felt him. And so it led me to write a poem. If you guys don't know, O'Shea Sibley was a black man who we lost due to cruelty and violence. And he was just voting. So I wrote an ode to O'Shea. Ode to O'Shea. Remedy the ailments, procure potions perforating pigmentation, bleed onto meticulously inked and woven textiles, bed softly quilted like ancestors made, and sway, O'Shea, sway. Drum the darkness with your duck walk, crash into the pavement so the earth percolates, the universe's northern lights awake, and shay, oh sway, shay, and sway, O'Shea, sway. Body bending backwards because your bones be brittle, battle, ballet, ballerina, ballet. Body be bold, about and above, elixir's potency, prompting protests and parades. Sway, O'Shea. Many clouds, may clouds cradle the journey to where heaven meets the beach, washes the ground and filth from your hands and feet. Granted wings that winds would wander for, may you dip like sinkholes where hatred be buried, arms flailing while riding winds of revolution into your death drop. Caught a piercing, no elixir consumed. Doesn't take much to elicit the cruel. Somewhere reflecting massive energy to move. May your tiptoes never bruise. And sway, O'Shea, sway. Thank you. Woo. And so, thank y'all for hearing Ode to O'Shea. If you guys don't know who O'Shea Sibley is, I would highly suggest that you guys look it up and learn about who he was. and what he means to pride. Next, I'm gonna get into clearing my head because, you know, there's a lot of locks and I feel like each lock is attached to something that's going on in my head. Last year I read a poem called You Are Not a Niche because I'm not a monolith, I'm not a niche. I am everything and in everything because everything is me. Today I'm gonna share with you clearing my head because sometimes a girl gotta get clear. In my head, it sounds like buzzing, like clanging, like preacher yelling bushes ablaze. Sounds like a choir, a choral collective of miracles, a soloist singing indescribable, historic people. Malcolm X, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. sounds like Sojourner's Truth, Maya Angelou's Caged Bird, Shirley Chisholm's Folding Chair. Sounds like pouring rain, a car driving too quickly, a distant memory of the hurricane, of 94, of 03, of 08. Sometimes, y'all, it get too loud. Like babies screeching, Karens calling for the manager, police sirens, flashing lights too bright. In my head is a cacophony of sound. Turn words, turn buildings that make you feel the rhythm. Buildings like this, that make the city sound like the country, make the cricket sound like a million Greek conversations with the universe, makes each one of our lives read like a miracle. Sounds like poems never written, each line is memorized in my head. I know your name, I remember your smile, I recall the letdown, the achievement, the circumstance, remember too much sometimes, forget what I should remember, but I somehow pass each test, subtle flex, but in my head, I ain't good enough, I'm too good, enough, but can't be great, can't be proud, can't be loud, can't be me, can't scream until I get onto a stage and I get to share everything that's been in my head. Thank you. Okay. So there's a little bit more clarity going on now that I've shared with you what's in my head. And I just want to let y'all know that from up here, y'all look real good. Everybody looking real cute or whatever. Happy Pride to everyone here. And I just want y'all to stick around with me for about 2 to 3 more poems. Let's talk about how we win men. Did you hear that? The sounds of my sister's voices, silence, then laughter so boisterous, you look to see who's so free. No, really, did you hear that? The rumble of my sister's voices, like a million-man march, but we ain't men. Don't aspire to be men unless we were born to a sex we never asked for, into a sect that wouldn't accept our rebirth. Do you feel that? The stirring within your soul as she speaks her truth. Her perspective shining on minds like gold glitter, dripping from a divine fountain, not of youth, but of wisdom beyond her years, and her tears rush too upon familiar yet native lands, acquisition undeserved. Do you see my sister move? Just the other day she snapped in two, then vowed her fragments back together like she was nothing, like she was nothing, but then became something nobody ever saw coming, a loaded freight train. Did you see her move? Did you get out of her way, or did she crash into you? Her voice crescendoing, louder, then softer, pianissimo, a dazzling array of chords struck together by the demise of her sisters witnessed on a daily basis. Did we stand together, united? A fortitude so strong, the Marines must ask our permission. Determination resounding like somebody said, scream. And we did, louder than softer. Did you hear that? The rumble of my sister's voices, like a million-man march, but we ain't men. We are what sisterhood and solidarity look like. Combined voices across the diaspora of us. We ain't men, we win men. We women are beyond gender or roles. United, a fortitude so strong the Marines must ask our permission. Determination resounding, like somebody said, scream. And we did. Did you hear that? Thank you. Woo! Y'all heard that? Okay, good. Y'all heard that? Okay. So, I know a lot of us went to go see Beyonce recently, either in Charlotte, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and in that moment, the church girl in me came out. And so I wrote a poem about, or from the church girl. It's called Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to exist authentically in a world of chaos, to change the things I can, and the wisdom to do all of the above. For who am I to think thoughts of a new world, to ponder the complexity of existence while Lil Wayne up loud in my little sister's car as I travel to new tragedies? For who art thou, if not he who creates a place in the universe where black can reign free from scrutiny, where it coexists with gay like a neighbor in the hood, but the hood don't hurt, don't hide, don't do nothing but sit on the porch and drink beer and Vogue and say yes and yo, and hold lanterns for each other on dark days and remember how we helped each other through. A cup of sugar for the Kool-Aid, a fan when yours broke on a hot summer day, the sun burning both feet as we walked barefoot into each other's houses. And we ate big plates of good food and yelled good morning to each other through the screen door, ran in and out, smelled like outside or the candy lady's house. Who am I to dream of a hood that don't hurt? Instead it heals. Don't trap us, instead we free to ponder the complexities of existence, to tend to each other's scars with cocoa butter, to powder each other's purpose with subtleties, to say yes and go like it's a GPS to a safe space. From our mouths to your ears, God, grant us the serenity to exist authentically in a world of chaos, to change the things we can, and the wisdom to endure. Thank you. Things I don't. I don't have a dimple or a trust fund, don't have a man or a husband, don't fumble people or pick up pieces that are broken off. I don't change tires, don't cook, don't look for expectation, don't expect much from my favorite poets, don't expose the people who hurt me, don't hurt people, don't have a top eight or a following, don't have to pretend anymore. Don't have to go where it ain't kind, don't have to enter through the exit, don't have to find more, don't have to go around, don't have to find out. Don't have to minimize me or us. Don't have to love, but I do. I do. Thank you. Okay, 2 more. I'll stop yelling. No, I like being loud. And on the stage, I feel like I'm free to do that. So thank y'all for allowing me to be free and vulnerable and authentic with you all in this moment. I really appreciate it. Ineffable to my beautiful future wife. Our love is indescribable, ineffable, yet ordinary. To the naked eye, we are devoted friends, only intimate in forms of self-expression, as far as one's understanding goes. And we don't care to explain. Our love is enduring, like historic, built in the cementing of lives full of passion. Our love doesn't have a name, so call it what you wish upon a star. A dream we never saw coming because we were asleep in our waking. We were alive but had not lived yet until we found our love. It's a jarring thing that we have captured like fireflies and butterflies in the moments when tears and technique speak our bliss. Intimate in forms of self-expression. Our love does not have a name other than ours to have and to hold from this day forward until the end of time. And I am not sure what to call it because marriage is sterile and couple would divide us in two. The most justifying definition to dally is infinite. So call it what you wish upon a star. Thank you. I Okay. And we are at the flourish stage, and I want you all to flourish. So my next poem, I wrote in honor of this space, in honor of you. It is called Define Flourish. What does it mean to flourish? It means to thrive. It means your rent paid, bills ain't overdue ahead of their time, gas for $1 for your tank and your belly full. To achieve success. It means overcoming triumph. Adversity ain't stopping you. You come from becoming. Grades look great. Goals are being crushed, and all that remains are congratulations and pride. Feels like dreams becoming reality right before your eyes. Feels humbling. To know that you're not fumbling, says poem out loud instead of mumbling, hearing your own voice louder than the naysayers who dare you to speak. To grow luxuriantly. Luxury. The 39th floor in an Oahu resort, to grieve loss at a new elevation, to cry happy tears on plush linens and wade like a daisically in a kaleidoscope of waters, lax as it all washes away. Only to stay with you when you're bored, forcing you to grow with it or miss the memento of its opulence. Its opulence, beams of bright blue, shining so that neither of us can see, stunning reflections of equanimity. To define flourish, first one must learn to see the revelation in the definition, the premonition of passing as the only perspective that leads us to living our best LGBTQ+ lives. As flamboyant or mundane as we so choose. To masquerade, a drag show every day, the straightforward parade, and we choose to define flourish, each one of us in our own way, in whatever way we choose to define. How do you define flourish? Thank you.